Mel, I get you at a bad time?
Oh, no, I just, I need to use a few gallons of coffee, but I'll still be the same jerk when I'm wide awake, so why don't you tell me what's up?
Well, Dorian and I were speaking, and she told me that you were looking to make a change.
Yeah, well, you don't have to look for it, pal. You turn around and it hits you right in the face.
I heard about your wife. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you never met her, did you?
No, but you talked about her. A lot. The night we closed up that bar in San Juan.
Yeah. She was something else. And life goes on.
Dorian said that you might be wanting to move out of the D.C. area.
Well, you spend enough time around politicians, you start to wonder whether they could be carcinogenic.
Well, the air is a lot cleaner up this way. So if you could swing by, it's an easy trip from Washington. I could introduce you to my publisher.
Don't you mean your wife?
Ex-wife. But we get along fine. Anyway, we could bat it around the table and, about having you come to work for the Banner.
Work?
Well, that's assuming that you're not under contract.
Well, no, not since I gave up the column.
But you do still write.
Yeah, freelance now and then for the Post, you know.
Well, my son also told me that you did a great piece for the Times Magazine.
Which they edited all to hell, but yeah, I keep my hand in. Working on a novel. You know a reporter who isn't? So, going back to the daily grind, I don't know. I was pretty sick of doing that column.
Well, I'm not interested in a column. What I want is a top-notch investigative reporter, and you're the best in the business.
Well, that's laying it on a bit thick. I mean, not that I disagree with you or anything.
Well, does the offer sound attractive to you, though?
Well, it depends. I don't like interference. Meaning I get approval of edited copy. Is that a problem?
Not for me. I'll have to run it by Vicky, but I don't think she'll object.
What the heck? I'll come up there. See if we're on the same page, which we are, if you hate that expression as much as I do. When do you want me?
Tomorrow?
Why not?
11 o'clock? My office?
I'm there.
Looking forward to it.
Tomorrow? No. It's just a bad dream.
Congratulations, Clint, you did it.
Nothing is settled yet.
Believe me, this is going to work out. Thank you. And I promise you, you're not going to regret it. Thank you.
So, tell me Mom isn't right to have reservations about this setup.
Just because Dorian's involved?
Oh, come on, Dad. Didn't you see the grin on her face as she left here? I have no idea what she's up to, but something tells me that we're in for some big trouble.
Papa, you are here. Oh, I'm absolutely desperate.
What, is there an emergency?
Yes, my life is in chaos. I couldn't think of anyone to turn to except you. Ah! What's going on here?
Oh, we're hosting a surprise birthday party for Bo.
In a diner. Huh. How Nora.
So why's your life in chaos?
Oh, I'm a go-between in the most amazing situation at the Banner, and then I realized that my lingerie is in absolute shreds, so I had to do some emergency shopping, and, oh yes, Blair's baby is back in the hospital. She's battling an infection, and then unbeknownst to me, because why tell me I'm only family, they decided to test Blair to see if her unborn baby could be a donor for Star, and Blair had a very bad reaction to the anesthetic and nearly died.
Oh, my God. Is Blair and the baby all right?
Yes, they're both fine.
Oh, thank God.
Which is more than I can say for my maid. She's got the flu, Carlotta, and I have got to entertain the most important guest. My house is an absolute disaster area. I was at a loss until I thought of you. Carlotta, don't say no. I couldn't bear to hear it.
This very important guest, who is he?
No. Why do you assume that it's a he?
New lingerie?
I know what you're thinking. This time, it's different.
Oh, yes, it always is.
But he is an award-winning, highly regarded journalist. Carlotta, just say yes. It's such a nice word. As nice as please. Please, por favor. I need you.
Well, I'm needed here. You know, I have a business to run, and as one businesswoman to another, I'm sure that you can understand.
A diner dinner party, and surely that could run itself.
Look, maybe I can find you someone to help you. I'll call around the neighborhood and see what I can do.
Oh, you are worth your weight in gold.
Oh, good. I'm glad you think that, because that's about as much as it will cost you for last-minute help.
Well, you're a dear. Thank you so much.
So, this new gentleman, what's he like?
That's what's so wonderful about him. He's unlike anybody I have ever known. He is very attractive, charming, and borderline brilliant.
So, what's wrong with him?
Absolutely nothing. And I've managed to broker him, I think, a job right here at the Banner. Carlotta, things are finally going to get interesting in this town. Hasta la vista, llámame. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry that I didn't come by last night, but I knew that Todd would be here, and I knew that you would probably be exhausted. Oh, it was one of those tragedies in timing when you're aching to be able to be in two places at the same time. I was in Washington, caught up in a situation that I literally couldn't walk away from.
Well, you don't have to explain, really.
Yes, she does. What happened in Washington? More than you could possibly imagine, or that I could ever dream of. I've met a man
In Washington.
in the bar of my hotel.
Oh, in a bar?
Okay. Detail. What did he look like? Oh, he's a tough nut. Until he smiles, and then the whole room lights up.
Uh-oh, luminous facial expressions. Could be serious.
And when he speaks, oh, he commands and holds your attention because everything he says is so interesting or outrageous or challenging. Oh, and when he's silent, it's just as profound.
Oh, it sounds like describing a very sexy man.
Yes. And he has, shall we say, the energy of a man half his age.
That means he is actually out of college.
Very funny. And for your information, he isn't married.
Was he divorced? 2 or 3 times with ex-wives littering the landscape, and maybe one crazy one up in the attic.
Sorry to disappoint you, but he's a widower. And wonderful.
Because he's what?
Because he's funny and sharp and romantic and sensitive. He's a wildly passionate man, very intelligent, who deeply respects me.
That means he can't be that intelligent.
Cassie, that's all right. I don't mind being teased. I know who I have found. Yes, this is a man who is brilliant and yet earthy, who is ferociously fierce and yet vulnerable.
Mother, does this paragon have a name?
Mel Hayes.
Did you pick up Mel Hayes in a bar in Washington, D.C.?
Wait, time out. This was not a one-night stand. No. We touched each other. Physically, emotionally, very deeply. This was not the kind of thing that you just walk away from. It's the kind of thing that you just count the hours until it happens again.
Wait a minute! What about Prentice Little, the photographer, the reason that you were supposed to be in Washington in the first place?
Oh, of course. That worked out perfectly. I landed Prentice. And right after that, Mel landed on me. Right on the barroom floor.